You are losing money right now. Two people. Same city, same year, same amount of money made. One of them works 80 hours a week. 2 jobs, no weekends, no vacations. The other one does not work at all. At the end of the year, the person who worked 80 hours a week keeps 63 cents of every dollar they earned. The person who did not work at all keeps 80 cents of every dollar they made. Same money. 17 cents more for doing less. This is not a loophole. This is not a tax cheat. This is not illegal. This is written into the United States tax code, and it is the single most important financial truth that nobody ever taught you in school. The system does not reward hard work. It rewards owning things. Today, we are going to prove that with real numbers, show you exactly how the tax code is written, and give you the 4 moves that shift you from the side that gets taxed the most to the side that gets taxed the least. Here's a question most people never think to ask. You have been told your entire life that if you work hard, you will get ahead. Study hard, get a good job, put in the hours, earn more money. But at some point, most people hit a wall. They are earning more than they ever have, and somehow they still feel like they are not getting ahead. The harder they work, the more they earn. The more they earn, the more they pay in tax. And the more they pay in tax, the less they actually keep. This is not bad luck. This is not bad money management. This is the system working exactly as designed. In 2026, if you earn $100,000 from a job, you pay federal income tax at rates up to 37%. Add Social Security tax, Medicare tax, state income tax in most states. Your effective tax rate on that salary in a state like California or New York can exceed 45%. Now, if Warren Buffett makes $100,000 from selling stock he has held for over a year, he pays 15%. Warren Buffett has said publicly on multiple occasions that he pays a lower tax rate than his secretary. That is not a complaint. That is a confession about how the system actually works. And once you understand why, everything about how you should be thinking about money changes. There are effectively 2 tax systems in America. Most people are in System 1 their entire lives. A small number of people, the ones who quietly build real wealth, operate in System 2. System 1 is called ordinary income tax. This is the tax on everything you earn by working. Your salary, your wages, your overtime, your bonus, every dollar you earn by trading your time for money. In 2026, ordinary income tax rates run from 10% at the bottom to 37% at the top. If you earn between $48,000 and $103,000 as a single filer, you are in the 22% bracket. If you earn above $530,000, you are paying 37% on every dollar above that threshold. On top of federal income tax, you pay 6.2% in Social Security tax and 1.45% in Medicare tax on every dollar of earned income. In a high-tax state, a person earning $150,000 can easily lose 40 to 45 cents of every dollar they earn. System 2 is called capital gains tax. This is the tax on money made from owning things. Stocks, real estate, businesses, assets that increase in value over time. In 2026, long-term capital gains rates for assets held more than 1 year are 0%, 15%, or 20%. Remember those 2 people from the beginning? The one working 80 hours a week in System 1, paying up to 37%. The one whose money works while they sleep, in System 2, paying 15%. The person in System 2 is not smarter. They are not luckier. They simply moved their income from the column the government taxes the most to the column the government taxes the least. And the question, the only question that matters, is how do you do the same thing? Top 1% of Americans who earn the majority of their income from capital gains and dividends pay an average effective federal tax rate of roughly 23%. The average middle-class worker earning salary and wages pays an effective rate of 22 to 28%. The person with $10 million in investments pays roughly the same percentage in federal tax as the person earning $70,000 a year at a job. That is not a political opinion. That is what the numbers show. And here is why this matters more than anything else in this video. You cannot out-earn the tax system by working harder. Every raise pushes you into a higher bracket. Every bonus gets taxed at your marginal rate. Every overtime hour taxed at your highest rate. The only way to pay less in tax while making more money is to shift how your money is made, from earned income to investment income, from System 1 to System 2. Here are the 4 moves that begin the shift. None of them require quitting your job. None of them require a huge starting amount. All of them are available to anyone watching this right now. Move 1. Max out your Roth IRA first, every year. Inside the IRA, your investments grow completely tax-free. When you withdraw in retirement, you pay 0 capital gains tax, 0 income tax, on every dollar of growth compounded over decades. $7,500 per year in 2026. The earlier you start, the more decades of tax-free compounding you access. This is the single fastest way to legally move income from System 1 to System 2. Move 2. Invest in assets that generate long-term capital gains, not short-term ones. If you sell a stock within 12 months of buying it, you pay ordinary income tax rates, up to 37%. If you hold that same stock for more than 12 months, you pay 15% maximum for most investors. 1 year of patience cuts your tax bill by more than half on the same gain. Buy index funds. Hold them for years. Let the tax code reward patience the way it rewards wealth. Move 3. Build a dividend income stream. Qualified dividends from stocks held long enough are taxed at capital gains rates, not income tax rates. A dividend portfolio generating $10,000 a year, taxed at 15%, keeps $8,500. The same $10,000 earned from a second job, taxed at 22% or higher, keeps less than $7,800. Same $10,000, $700 extra, just from which column it came from. Move 4, and this is the one that makes the biggest long-term difference. Stop thinking about income. Start thinking about net worth. Income is taxed every year. Net worth, the total value of everything you own minus everything you owe, grows without being taxed until you sell. A stock portfolio worth $500,000 that grows 10% in a year adds $50,000 to your net worth. You pay 0 tax on that growth until you sell. And if you hold it inside a Roth IRA, you never pay tax on it at all. The wealthy do not get rich by earning more. They get rich by owning more and letting assets grow in the column the government taxes least. Working hard is not the problem. Working hard while staying entirely in System 1, your entire life, is the problem. Here is the truth the tax code has been telling you your entire life. Income from working, taxed at up to 37% federal, plus Social Security, plus Medicare, plus state taxes. Income from owning, taxed at 15% maximum for most investors, 0% inside a Roth IRA. Warren Buffett pays a lower tax rate than his secretary, not because he cheats, because he earns in System 2 and she earns in System 1. Your 4 moves to start shifting systems. Max your Roth IRA, 0 tax on growth forever. Hold tax rate in half on the same gain. Build dividend income, taxed at capital gains rates, income rates. Stop counting income, start counting net worth. The system was not built to reward the hardest workers. It was built to reward the biggest owners. The question is, which one you decide to become. Changed how you think about money and taxes, hit that subscribe button right now. Every week on First Million Club, we pull back the curtain on exactly how the financial system works, so you can stop playing by rules that were never written in your favor.